Asia Pop 40.
What's up, everybody, on Asia Pop 40? I'm Joey. Today we go to, well, I want to say the UK, but I believe he's currently stationed in LA. His name is Jamie Miller, and he was in 2017's The Voice UK, or the UK Voice. Did a fabulous job, and now he's finally ready to release an album, so we have a chance to speak with him. So, hello, Jamie. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I'm very well, and I'm very excited to see you today. Not exactly live in living colors, like not in person, but I was always blown away by your performance back in 2017, and now I'm so glad to see that you have new singles out. But let's backtrack a little bit. Let's start with where you are right now.
Yeah. I am currently in Los Angeles.
You are? Okay.
Yeah, so I moved to Los Angeles 3 years ago now.
Yep.
I came off the show and I just moved straight here. So it's been crazy. It's been a crazy experience, but I'm so blessed, so happy, and life's going good right now. So
weather-wise, how are you getting accustomed to Los Angeles?
I can't say it's that difficult. I mean, the UK is full of rain.
Yep.
The LA is just full of sunshine. So I think that balances everything out just fine.
I totally get you, man. Yeah, because here in Taiwan, It rains a lot too. And for us, it's never a hard move or even a hard decision to move to California.
Yeah, and I think for me, it was like a culture shock at first, just because everybody in LA is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, this is like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But it's been the best experience of my whole entire life.
You're right, especially when you go to those beachfront towns. You really got to look the part. So you got to hit the gym. You got to get a tan. You got to, just look. I'm
trying. It's getting.
All right, so let's go to 2017. 2017 was a big year for you. You were on The Voice UK, and you joined Team J-Hud. Now, as a Welsh singer, I've always thought that would you have wanted to join Tom Jones's team, or was J-Hud actually your top choice?
It's funny because as much as I'm a fan of Tom, the only reason I actually auditioned for The Voice was because I found out Jennifer was a coach.
Oh!
Yeah, so I got lucky. It'd be Jennifer through and through every year. She's like, and luckily I get to call her a close friend now, and she's incredible.
Yeah, I've always loved Jennifer Hudson's voice. She's got such a big voice, and she did such a great job in several movies, but also in her own musical career. And what do you think were the top things that you learned from her?
So she actually said to me that no one's gonna believe in you if you don't believe in you.
Yeah.
And I've really taken that advice everywhere I go. I feel like sometimes if I have a down day, I'm like, what would J-Hud say? But she's been like the most supportive, and I think ever since the show, on The Voice, I wasn't able to showcase my voice in the way I wish if I'd gone back, I've improved so much. So I learned a lot from her, like especially my range has just gone up since The Voice, and I think it's from being around Jennifer, just listening to her like in person. It's just like it's pretty mind-boggling.
It
like
is,
to hear her sing in person. I'm like, woo! It's fun. It's crazy.
It's incredible how much you can absorb from a very talented performer just by osmosis, just like by being around them and observing them. And it's funny that you would go to that line. What would J-Hud say, or what would J-Hud do? Are you old enough to remember that for a while, I think in the early 2000s, there was people were wearing this bracelet that said WWJD, which stands for What Would Jesus Do? But I guess you could get the same thing and it would mean something significant to you.
Oh, dang. I wasn't. I mean, I would be about... Wait.
All right. So let's talk about the covers. The covers that you do on YouTube. I watched some of them, especially recently. You did James Bay, some Jonas Blue, of course, because you did that on the show as well. And you've also started covering, say, Bruno Mars. Huge songs that somehow made a return to TikTok. Talking to the Moon, right? You did some Snow Patrol, Maroon 5, and James Brown. Like, you have so much soul in you. So I've always wondered, if you were to name 3 of your biggest influences in music, what would they be?
I grew up on soul. Like my mom and dad always used to play soul in the house.
Yeah.
But if I was to say three people right now, it would be Bruno Mars, it would be Tori Kelly, and it would be who would the next one be? They're my top two. I'm trying to think of the third one.
Go to like a classic one. Go to like a really old school one. Like, you know, like a politically correct choice.
I would be like Donny Hathaway. I grew up on Donny. Yeah, he is one of my favorites.
That's a good one. But hey, Tori Kelly is from California, right? Have you met her?
So we have some friends, but I don't think I could meet her because I think I'd fanboy. So, I'm still at that point where I'm just like, nope, can't do it.
I get you.
I've been to a few of her shows. She's incredible.
No, I get you. You blew up too quickly, Jamie, that like the fanboy inside you still hasn't had chance to adjust to the celebrities that you meet around you.
I know. It doesn't happen often, but on Tori, I'll be like, okay, that's it.
I'm out.
I get that happy.
Okay, so that's three major influencers. What about one guilty pleasure? Like one that if you told your fans you listen to, they would be like, what, really? That face?
Okay, so this is my biggest guilty pleasure. I don't know if you remember the song Avril Lavigne, Complicated.
Yes.
I'm like, be so complicated. That is my guilty pleasure.
Really?
Every single day. Every single day without fail. You'll hear that in my bed.
Of all the soul you've got in you, there's actually a little punk rocker inside as well?
Oh, dude, I'd be jamming every day. It's my get up in the morning, go for a run song every day.
Yo, you gotta be like, what, 10 when that song came out, right?
Yeah. I remember watching the music video. I was pretty young. And I was like, whoa, she's cool. She's so cool.
Oh, no, wait. That was early 2000s. You gotta be like 3 or 4 when that song first hit the charts. My goodness. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about the new music. The song Here's Your Perfect has been making it big here in Asia. We are loving it up in here. Here in Taiwan, it hit number 4 last week on Spotify. I think it's even higher. We love well-written love songs here in Asia. I got to give you that. I heard that this song is actually based on your experience moving to LA. Is that right?
Yeah, I was actually in a relationship in the UK, and the relationship didn't end too great. It was like one of the first weeks I moved to LA. So Here's Your Perfect was one of the first songs that I wrote whilst being out here, and it was based on a true story of just being heartbroken, sad, and like I just wanted to write an anthem of like, no matter what it is, like you don't have to change yourself for anybody. Yeah. And yeah, Here's Your Perfect was like such a cool experience for me to try and get over a certain chapter of my life, and I feel like I needed to write that to get over that chapter. But yeah.
I love how the song starts with a line that goes, I remember the day, even the date. I even wrote down the date that I fell for you. And I thought, the first time listening to it, I was like, oh wow, this is going to be a really good love song. Then it got a little bitter in the end, didn't it?
Oh, I was like, wow. I mean, I feel like one thing I was saying in another interview was like, I feel like people really love authenticity right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to hold back. I want to tell people like, this is my story. This is the anthem that got me through everything. So I wanted to show you guys every single side of the story. So
yeah. So Here Is Your Perfect. On the surface, it sounds like, oh, here's your perfect relationship. Here's your perfect boyfriend, girlfriend. But the hidden message is actually, here's your perfect breakup. Is that right?
Yeah, just like if you wanted perfect and I couldn't give you that. So I didn't want to change myself for anybody.
Yeah.
I think that the message in that was like, now I know a perfect way to let you go.
Yeah.
Give my last hello. Hope it's worth it.
Are you big on astrology, Jamie? Do you know anything about your own astrology, your sign?
My best friends are, but okay. I can't say I'm a Virgo. Yeah. So I know that I'm like, I know a few things, but not too much.
Scientifically, I myself never quite believed it, but here in Asia, especially here in Taiwan, we're big on it. It's a perfect icebreaker. Everyone talks about it. If you just know a thing or two about the astrology of the person that that you're speaking with. So for you as a Virgo, you're supposed to be a perfectionist. Makes it interesting. Yeah, funny that you wrote a song like that, isn't it?
I am a perfectionist to the T.
All right, so you recently had quite a lot of exposure with Here's Your Perfect. So how does it make you feel now that the song that you wrote, the one that you poured yourself into, is chiming or is striking a chord with someone across the world?
I think for me, I didn't ever realize that we'd have this reaction.
Yeah.
I think it's like mind blowing, and like even to see people like NCT Dream and like just sing along to it, I'm just like, wow, these are like real people like that are so established in what they do. So for me, it's such an honor to be able to like look through.
The beautiful thing about your voice is that it goes really light on the lyrics that it's supposed to be really emotional. I don't know what is the right word for, like, you have this like low on breath way of delivering. Yeah, I love it.
I think I appreciate that. I think what'd you say?
No, go ahead.
I think for me, it's just like one of those songs where I was just like, what I wanted a song that I get the feeling of that I get singing my favorite songs, like from other people. So I was like, when I first came up with the chorus, I was just like, I'm the first to say that I'm not perfect. And I was like, dang, it's just so fun to sing.
That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. I love that. To hear that like live right here over Zoom, but I'm still loving it. So would you ever consider working with or collaborating with a, say, K-pop artist or maybe someone here from Taiwan?
Yeah, 100,000%. I would love to. I feel like K-pop is like what everybody listens to around the world right now. It's definitely having a moment for the past few years, and even so, I feel like the art of K-pop is just so beautiful, and I'm such a fan, and I just think it's amazing.
I think
incredible.
It's Ed Sheeran who said that music industry is a well-oiled machine, and really you need to work it, and if you do know how to work it, beginning from the songwriting, the production, and then the of course the marketing of it, then you can be successful. And I think K-pop does a very good job with that.
They do, and the K-pop fans as well.
Yeah,
it's crazy. They're
very
so
supportive.
local.
They're like a political movement.
You're like, you don't want to make anybody of those mad.
Exactly. So what's next for Jamie Miller? Do you have an album, an EP, LP coming out?
You said it. I do. Yeah, I've nearly finished the whole album.
Nice.
Which I'm really excited about. I got some cool features coming up that you guys should be excited about, because there's people that you might know. And hopefully we just started the conversation about touring. So hopefully I can come out and visit you guys.
We would love that. We hope for sold out shows. We hope for the biggest arena when you come to Taiwan. In the meantime, all the fans of Jamie's, go listen to the new song, Here's Your Perfect. Watch that music video over and over again. Give him the support that he deserves. And Jamie, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, bro.
Hi, I'm Jamie Miller, and you're listening to Asia Pop 40.
Asia Pop 40.